Hey, this is Kenny. How's it going?
Hey, it's good. How are you doing?
I'm good. My apologies. Skype is acting up on my end.
Hey,
Usually, yeah, it's you.
So,
Usually when someone calls me, the number pops up on the computer screen and it ain't popped up. So and then I had to like refresh some things, and yeah, it did say that you called. Uh, so it's a technology issue that I'm gonna have to fix. I'll probably have to upgrade Skype again for like the 1 millionth time or whatever. But
only the 1 millionth time?
yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that I have on my computer when it needs to be upgraded very often, and
Oh, I hear ya.
so it's very frustrating. But I'm glad, and considering that we've been trying to get this interview to happen for quite some time, but circumstances have caused the delay, and now here you all, actress, writer, and producer, triple threat in the entertainment.
Yes.
And I've heard of you for quite some time through Miss Stephanie Davis. Um, I'm a fan of her as well. She's awesome. Um, uh,
Yeah.
so shout out to her. Shout out to Bouncy, her company as well. Bouncy Media, I think that's what it's called.
Yep,
Uh,
Bouncy Boxer Media. Yep.
Bouncy Box. There we go. I knew I forgot
Yeah,
a
don't
little.
forget the puppy.
Okay. So let's go ahead and begin. What got you into the whole filming industry, if you will? Considering you're an actor, you're an actress, writer, and a producer. What got you into the movie side of things, if you will?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a few years ago. Let's just say a few years ago when it was single digits. Um, really just fell in love with the movies and just loved being somebody else, that whole imagination aspect of it. And really until I got older that I realized it could be a job, it could be a living, it could be something that I could do and pursue outside of school. And I'm originally from Southwest Ohio, Appalachian foothills area. So once I moved down to Florida and I saw what little film we do have down here, but it's coming, and I was like, this could be something I could truly pursue. And I started kind of playing with it a bit, and then in one of my acting classes, I met Stephanie Davis and our other counterpart, Lexi Balashiri, and we all were like, we could do something. As much as we have down here, we could make our own, basically. And that's when we started kind of writing up, making comedy and kind of playing with it, and just started kind of going from there.
Whether it's TV or movies or, short films, documentaries, whatever the case may be, obviously we see females have some roles, whether it's a leading role, um, and or director, producer. Well, I guess for the director or producers is very rare. It's like women are more for in front of the scenes than behind the scenes. I guess maybe people don't look into the credits or whatever, but there are talented women behind the scenes that direct, like yourself, and
Yeah.
with that comes a huge responsibility, making sure everybody is where they need to be, as far as making sure the scenes are good, make everyone is in position. And from a director's standpoint, what's it and having so much responsibility, whether regardless if it's a TV or movie or a short film, short documentary, like what's it like to being a director?
Well, myself personally, I haven't done any directing yet, but I am actually looking into one of the pieces that I'm writing right now, possibly getting into that directing aspect. I've been doing a lot of PA, assistant in directing as well, and just kind of starting to dab more into the behind the scenes of everything. It's really overwhelming, and for me, as soon as I even think about directing, I'm like, I don't know what direction to go with this. You know, there hasn't been a piece that has spoken to me that I really wanted to grab the reins and take over quite yet, until I just kind of started writing this piece over the experiences I've kind of gone through over the last couple months, couple years really. And if anything, I want to kind of direct this. And she was ecstatic, to say the least, that I was finally able to put that down. But I mean, it's to see what all goes into directing by both those girls. It's a lot. It's a lot of sleepless nights of getting things together. Everyone thinks it's all before we get to film. It's not. It's everything. It's the conceiving the idea. It's putting it out there, and it's once we get it edited and ready for the world to see, it's almost more stress at times, because you want to know what that feedback is going to be. Are people going to love it as much as you do? So it's very overwhelming, and as I'm saying it, I'm like, yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, in the next few months, I'll be able to get into that director's chair and have something out there by the end of this year, if not early next year, for everyone to see.
So as far as 2018, what do you have in store as far as upcoming projects that you're working on right now?
Yeah, myself personally, I'm starting to get into more voiceover stuff. Just kind of play with that aspect and kind of stay a little bit more local and do a little bit of traveling here and there. Bouncy Boxer Media is now getting into more of cutting demo reels and getting into more of the client aspect, getting into more commercials, and so we're getting work from that. And then a couple of shorts that we are looking at doing. And I know as a production team, we are looking at doing a feature hopefully this year as well. So there's a lot of exciting things happening at this point, which has been really exciting to kind of get back in the swing of things for me.
Definitely awesome. Definitely looking forward to that. So you and Stephanie, y'all been good friends. Y'all have worked with each other. And in a industry like yours, it's hard to find someone that you can relate to, that's in your field. What's it like just working alongside with Stephanie, as far as, professionally and just being friends and all?
To say blessing is truly an understatement. She's been there for me in truly some of my darker times. Both her and Lexi have both kind of just been there and been some of the best people I ever asked for. And before we even made this production team, they have been some of my bestest friends in this whole endeavor. So we were able to make this production. Our saying has always been friends first, business second. So when we get together, we do our venting. We complain for, 15, 20, 30 minutes as girls do, whatever's going on with life, and then we go right into business. Make sure we have a timer on just so that way we don't go over, because there are times where we will get together and we're like, well, 2 hours went by, we did not accomplish one business. But we'll try to do trips, Bouncy Boxer retreats once a year, and just to hang out, catch up, try not to have too much work related, but anytime we have work involved, it's nice that we're able to put a fun twist to it, and we're able to just kind of take that mask off and go into work mode. And we've thankfully have now hit a point, too, that there for a while we would be like, man, I'm feeling like I'm really hard and I'm being kind of mean to other people. And we realize that's just work, We're not being mean. We just have a time commitment, and we have a schedule that we're on. And so to have that kind of respect with each other, that we know what the other one wants and thinks, and if they get too stressed out, I can look at Stephanie and be like, I got you, and just run off and go do something. And seeing if somebody is slacking on something, I can go and help them out, and then remind her to eat. Because there's so many times when we get into work mode, that lunch break, we're like, we can catch up on this. Eat a sandwich, eat a Snickers, eat something, go for it.
As a guy like myself that has two sisters, I truly understand. Sisterhood, whether it's blood or not, it's definitely important to have a group of people that's going to support each other. Um, People are not everybody's going to support, even within your own family, nonetheless. So it's very important to have at least a couple people that's got you no matter what. And to see that between you and Stephanie in the same field of work, when it's rare that you see women behind the scenes do that's pretty awesome. I feel like um I guess I want to see more women get opportunities. People have be preaching for unity and equality. I want to see a female's point of view of certain films and scenes and things like that. Um, so
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and as a consumer, as a customer, I like to see a variety of things. So um, it's just a matter of someone that's trustworthy. I mean, regardless if it's male or female, and someone that's going to get the job done. Make sure everybody do their part, and to see the final product all put together. So that's just what it boils down to. But ladies, you got a voice. You got potential and everything. Let's see more women get them opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's
Absolutely. I
uh,
think the tides are changing now in the industry too after this past year with Wonder Woman, and then especially with Black Panther, just seeing that the women were taking on these lead roles, and
yes.
especially the new princess, Disney princess. I'm like, yes, she's a nerd, she's funny, she's smart, she's brilliant. Let's do this. It's awesome to see these tides are changing.
Black Panther. That just hold near dear to my heart. You know, Representation matters, and to see Chadwick Bronson in that role, and to see he's got a group of women right by his side fighting. Those women were strong.
Yes.
They were not scared. They were willing to take on anybody, and that movie is, I think, it's wide over the billion mark in box office sales right now.
Exactly. Yep. It was earlier this week that it
Yeah.
hit the 1 billion mark. 'Cause I was
You
watching
know,
that too. I was like, please do it. Be on that list. You deserve it.
and, and,
So many reasons.
and it's already been confirmed that there will be a sequel, and now Black Panther will be on Avengers. I just saw the trailer as of yesterday.
Yes.
People are very hyped for Amos, dude. But when I saw a little bit of Black Panther, I'm like, you got my attention, Marvel Comics. Y'all doing big things. So
Exactly.
y'all doing extraordinary things. So before I let you go, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, and where people can learn more of your work. Keep an eye on you.
Absolutely. Yeah. On Facebook, I am the Chelsea Wolf, as well as on Twitter and Instagram. And then all my work you can see on imdb.me/Chelsea Wolf, and all bookings and everything through bouncyboxmedia.com.
It was great chatting with you. I'm glad that we was finally able to get this interview to happen, and thank you for your time. And truth be told, I was trying to get this scheduled for next week, but you got plans.
Yes.
So I'm happy.
Yeah, Gasparilla Film Festival
Yeah,
happening in Tampa next week. Gotta go to it, so.
I get it. Go get your networking on, girl. Go on and do that. So, uh,
Exactly, yeah. I'm so happy to finally be able to talk to you too. I know this has been months in making, so
yes.
thank you for working with me on this.
Thank you for working with me, because I know we were trying to get it last week. I was like local Comic Con. Like, I'm trying to see Shannon Elizabeth and Paulie Shore, and
Oh.
I went into Chuck Norris for crying out. So I mean, I had to go. I had to go. So no,
Hey, say no more. You said Comic-Con.
yeah,
I understand.
yeah. You know, we us nerds, we in this together. So, um,
Exactly.
so
Thank you.
so I'm glad there are people that embrace the fact, the nerdism, gasm, however you can say it. But you have a good night. Have a great St. Patrick's Day weekend. Thank you for your time.